military has a code, you know, the Italian Mafia has a code, the La Cosa Nostra has a code. What was the code was there a code you guys lived by?
Of
and
course.
If yes, what was the
Of course,
code?
I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I'll tell you why it's not here at all. England had just come out of a war, and a spy or a grass was the worst thing in the world. One spy is more dangerous than 1,000 men. Walls have ears, right? And all of that. So if you was a policeman at the time and you caught a criminal, yeah, and you become a snitch, you would get cut to f***ing ribbons, you'd get killed for being a snitch. But if you was a policeman at the time, your job was hard, because no one grassed anybody up. England was known as the bulldog nation. Yeah, you could pull our fingernails out and we wouldn't tell anyone. So we wouldn't tell the secrets. That was what England was about, right? And then they realised that the war years had made a nation of non-informants. So they spent the next 60 and 50 years convincing you that informing was good. On every single f***ing television station now, on every single channel, on primetime television. If you would have said this to me 25 years ago, I'd have called you a liar. There was a programme going, and if you see this guy, just ring us up and we'll give you some money. And if there's another two, oh, we got one phone call already.
Come on.
And if you see this phone, if you see these, yeah, and then there's a thing in every newspaper, if you know someone that's working while claiming social, if you know anyone selling drugs, if you know anyone selling arms, if you know anyone that's drink driving, like they've made grassing acceptable and good. And now, if you get caught for being an informant, you don't get beat up in prison, you go in the informant's ring where the other 20,000 of you are. So it ain't such a bad thing no more. So they have now drummed it home to England that informing is good. And then some bright spark has now gone, if your mum and dad smack your bottom, they banned the cane. They banned the cane, which meant if you're a boy, getting 6 whacks across the arse with a bit of wood at the end of the day stopped you being naughty. Yeah, getting a detention or told off or something, yeah. Getting someone smack you across the bum with a bit of wood at the end of the day put manners on you, yeah? Mm-hmm. Right, they banned that, and now someone's just banned it that you cannot smack your own kids. If you smack your mum, if your mum smacks you, you can tell us and we will put her in prison. They teach the children 559 33214. They teach them the telephone number to ring if your own mum and dad discipline you. Now that is the f***ing Hitler Youth. Cross your mum and dad up if they smack you. So you've got no discipline at school, and you've now got no discipline at home. Your own mum can't give you a smack on the bum, right? So what chance has the kid got when he gets to 16, 17 and leaves home to go out in the big wide world? He don't know discipline. And they say, what are we going to do about the youth of today? You've lost that war. It's gone, yeah, because of that. And they now teach children to go and grass on your mum and dad if you get a smack bum. Well, somewhere along the line, that has got to come back and bite you. Teaching your country to be informants and putting it on telly and having all of that and teaching your kids to grass like your mum and dad. Somewhere down the line, that has got to come back and bite you, because that don't make a proper f***ing man. Yeah? We done well today, didn't we?
Code? What's the code?
The code is all the army things. Like the whole country was army orientated. Don't tell tales. Nice short haircuts, love your mum, shiny shoes, it was army. The whole country was army-fied. The whole youth of the whole,
but
when they left the army.
To that? Was the gangsters code, was
yeah,
that the
exactly
code?
The same. You look after your mum, you're nice and tidy, nice and smart. You do not tell tales. You never leave one man behind you. All the army things come straight out onto road. That's the code. Right? And what they have done now in today's world is they've broke all that up and made that not right when it is right. They still teach you that in the army, but when the war finished, we're talking about the 50s,
that discipline went away.
That discipline was still on road. Everyone left the army and was still doing bank robberies with like 10 or 15 people in it. They were like army manoeuvres. Now you only rob a bank with 1 or 2, but they were, you know, it was all army-fied, and the code was you do not tell tales like the army. Yeah? You do not run away and leave a man down, right? Nice shiny shoes, short haircuts, and love your mum. And that was the code on the road.
And that went away.
And they've now broke that down, so that ain't there. And I don't, if I introduced you to 20 different criminals 25 years ago, you'd see an armed robber, a cat burglar, a kidnapper, a murderer. Now you're just doing narcotics. And with the vast amount of money involved in narcotics, everything and everyone is bribable. Law, policemen, gangsters. Yeah, you know what I mean? To go and get someone killed once was 20 grand. It was a lot of money. Now you can go and get it done for all. Absolutely all. Don't have to have enemies. You don't get caught for it. Just ask some little Russian bloke who lives in Norwich to come down and do it. Done. He goes back up there. I'm afraid the only way to be a successful drug dealer now is to be on that side. You know, I'll get chastised for saying that. But the informant network they have is so good, no one could be a drug dealer and the police not know. Don't be stupid enough to think that you are a drug dealer and have been a drug dealer.
What's the pro and the con of that?
The pro and the con of it is you can sell more if more people know you're doing it, but the police will know. So the police will just find a way to actually get you working for them. No one's ever going to go, I'm the informant. If they actually catch you and go, right, I've had your phone bugged, your house bugged, and all these photographs, I've now got 20 years for you, 20 years for your son, 20 years for your daughter, and 20 years for your wife. Or do you want to work for me? Because you're getting that. What do you want to do? Quick.
Is that literally it right now?
That's how it works.
How long has it been like this?
A long time, and that's how it works.
Oh,
and anyone
years.
now doing it
Okay.
is
Got
one.
it.